Hello everyone. In the journey of preparation of board exams, I am here with you all with the practice questions of coordinate geometry. We are already having a video on the concepts of coordinate geometry. So if you have not seen that video, I will suggest you to watch the video once so that it will be easy for you to understand that how to solve questions related to the chapter. Now let's start. Find distance between points A, that is 2a, 6a, and B, that is 2a plus root 3a, 5a. So over here, one of the point is given to us as A, another point is given to us as B. We have to find the distance between these two points, these two coordinates. Now suppose I am saying that this is your x1 and this is your y1. This coordinate A is your x1, y1, and the coordinate this is your x2, y2. These are the coordinates of any two given points. So we can find the distance between 2 points by the formula x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. About this we have already learned in the previous video. The distance between any two given points could be found out by root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Any of the point could be taken as x1 y1, any point could be taken as x2 y2. This could even be taken as x1 y1, no issues. We can take any as x1 y1, any as x2 y2 as per our convenience. Now the distance between these 2 points will be AB, x2 minus x1, that is your x2 over here is 2a plus root 3a, this is your x2, minus of x1, that is minus of 2a square, x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 is 5a minus y1 is 6a whole square. Now if we will solve it further, 2a minus 2a both are going to cancel. It will be square of root 3a, that is your 3a square. 5a minus 6a will be minus of a, and minus of a square will be your plus of a square. That will be your root of 4a square, or we can say plus minus 2a will come. But distance between the 2 points cannot be negative, so we will be ignoring the negative sign and it will be your 2a units. Whenever we are measuring the distance between 2 points, it will be units will be written. So this distance between the points A and B will be your 2a units. Now the second question is, show that the points 7, 10, minus 2, 5 and 3, minus 4 are vertices of an isosceles right triangle. So we know that a triangle will be isosceles if any two sides of the given triangle will be equal. So suppose I am saying this is a triangle. This is your A, this is your B, and this is your C. The vertices of this point A is your 7, 10. Vertices of B is your minus 2, 5, and C is your 3, minus 4. Now what we need to do is we have to find the distance between AB, distance of BC, and distance of AC. We need to find these three distances, and then only we can conclude whether the triangle is isosceles right angle triangle or not. So first of all, we are finding the distance between A and B, that is your AB. The formula will be your root of x2 minus x1 square plus y2 minus y1 square. Any of these we can take as x1, any of these we can take as x2. It depends upon us only. So it is over here, I will be taking 7 minus, this is minus 2, x2 minus x1. x1 is again minus 2 only. So minus minus will become plus 2 whole square. x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2, that is your 10 minus 5 whole square. That is your root of 7 plus 2 will be your 9, and 9 square will be 81 plus 10 minus 5 will be 5, and 5 square will be 25. So this will be your 6 and 106, root of 106 units. This is the distance between A and B. Now let's see the distance BC as, now over here minus 2, x2 minus x1, that is minus 3 whole square, plus y2 is your 5, minus, again minus sign is there, so minus minus will become plus 4 square. That will be your minus 2 minus 3 will be minus 5 square will be 25 plus 5 plus 4 will be 9, and square of 9 will be 81. that is your root of 106 units. So over here we can see that AB is equivalent to BC. These two lengths are coming equal. Now let's find AC. AC will be again root of x2 minus x1 whole square. That is your from here 7 minus 3 whole square plus over here this is your 10 minus minus will become plus 4 plus of 4 whole square. That will be 7 minus 3 is 4. 4 square will be 16 plus 10 plus 4 is 14 and 14 square is 196. That will be your 12, 19, 11 carry over 1 and it will become 212 root of 212 units. Now see over here, if we are going to see the distance between AB distance and distance of your BC, both are coming equal. That means triangle formed by these three coordinates will be an isosceles triangle because the distance of your measurement of two sides is your equal. AB is equivalent to your BC. These two sides are equal. That means it is an isosceles triangle. Now if it is a right angle triangle, then square of the hypotenuse should be equivalent to the sum of square of rest two sides. Over here we can see the longest side is your 212 is the longest side. That simply means square of this side should be equivalent to square of these two sides. Now check it out. If your condition, that is AC square, is equivalent to AB square plus BC square, if it is satisfied, then we will say that it is a right angle triangle. Now over here, first of all, we are taking RHS part. RHS is your AB square, that is root of 106 whole square plus BC square, that is root of 106 whole square. That will be 106 plus 106, that is your 212 units. It's not units, it's a part only, that 212 will be the answer. Now LHS part, if I'll be taking, it is your AC square and AC is your root of 212. If I'll be doing a square of it, it will be 212. So over here we can see that the square of the longest side is equivalent to sum of the square of the rest two sides. That simply means it is an isosceles right angle right triangle. We have just now proved that two sides are equal in length and square of the longest side is equivalent to sum of the squares of rest two sides. So we can conclude that these coordinates are the coordinates of your isosceles right angle triangle. Now let's see the third question. Find perimeter of triangle with vertices 0, 4, 0, 0 and 3, 0. So over here we can see that the 0, 0 is the coordinates of the origin and we know that the distance between any 2 points, if one of the point is origin, then distance between points will be your root of x square plus y square. If this is your x and this is your y and this is your origin, coordinates of the origin, so distance between these two will be your root of, over here x is 0, so 0 square, that will be 0 only, and y is 4, so 4 square, that is root of 16, or we can say 4 units. This type of questions come in 1 mark only. For the 1 mark, over here, that means distance between these 2 points, these two is your 4 units. If this is your point A, coordinate of A, this is of B and this is of C, that simply means AB. Distance between A and B, it is your 4 units. Similarly, we can find distance between B and C. B and C, it will be again distance between the point and the origin only. So it will be root of x square plus y square. Over here, x is your 3, that is your 3 square plus 0 square, or we can say 9 or 3 units. That means AB is 4 units and BC is your 3 units. Now which distance is required? Now the distance between A and C is required. So AC will be your, over here, it is your x1 y1 and it is your x2 y2. So it will become 0 minus 3 whole square plus 4 minus 0 whole square. So it will be root of 3 square minus 3 square will be your 9 and 4 square will be 16. That is root of 25, or we can say 5 units. So distance between AB is your 4 units, AC is 5 units and BC is your 3 units. we have to find the perimeter of the triangle. Perimeter of the triangle will be sum of all the three sides of the triangle. So it will be, perimeter will be your AB plus BC plus AC will be the perimeter, or we can say 4 plus 3 plus 5, it is your 12 units. So perimeter of the triangle formed by these three vertices will be your 12 units. Now the next question is, find the ratio in which x-axis divides the line segment joining the points P minus 5, 6 and Q minus 1, minus 3. So any point on the x-axis, if there is any point on the x-axis, then we know that its y-coordinate will be 0. Suppose the point will be your x, 0. Because it is lying on the x-axis, that simply means its y-coordinate will be 0. And we have learned in the previous video that if there are 2 points, suppose over here it is P and Q given, suppose this is P and this is Q, and there is any point in between, suppose I am taking it as R, and it is dividing the line PQ into the ratio k:1. Suppose the coordinates of this point P is your x1, y1, and this is your x2, y2. And coordinate of this point R is your x, y. So x will be given by k multiplied by x2 plus 1 multiplied by x1, that is x1 only, divided by k plus 1. Similarly, y coordinate will be k multiplied by y2, that is k y2, plus 1 multiplied by y1, that is y1 only, over k plus 1. This is the coordinate of the point which is dividing the line PQ into the ratio k:1. Now we are assuming that there is again a point R is there which is dividing the line PQ, this line segment PQ, into the ratio k:1, and we have to find the coordinates of this point. Now it is also given that it is lying on the x-axis. That simply means the coordinate of that point will be x, 0. Y coordinate will be 0. So over here situation is your, these are the points P and Q. Here we are assuming that point R is there whose coordinate is your x, 0, and it is dividing the line segment PQ into the ratio k:1. The coordinate of point P is minus 5, 6, and coordinate of point Q is minus 1, minus 3. Now what the coordinate of x will be and what will be your y coordinate? So x coordinate will be x only, we have assumed it to be x. So x will be k multiplied by minus 1, that is your minus of k, plus 1 multiplied by minus 5. 1 multiplied by minus 5 will be minus 5 only. So it is minus 5 over k plus 1. This is your x coordinate, and y coordinate is 0. So 0 is equivalent to k multiplied by minus 3, that is minus 3 of k. 1 multiplied by 6, that is 6 over k plus 1. So it is either of the two we can take and we can find the value of k over here. See over here x is even a variable and k is even a variable. So simply we cannot find the value of k directly from here. So from here we will be getting the value of k once, and once we are having the value of k, we can find the value of x from here. So first of all we will solve this part. So 0 multiplied by any number will become 0. So this will be minus 3k plus 6 is equivalent to 0. Or we can say minus 3k is equivalent to minus 6, or k is equivalent to minus 6 divided by minus 3, or we can say value of k will be 2. So from here we got the value of k. Now once we are having the value of k, we can keep the value of k over here, and if we will be keeping value of k, we can find the value of x. So x will be, instead of k we are keeping 2. It will be minus 2 minus 5 over 2 plus 1. That is your minus 2 minus 5 will become minus 7 over 3. So this is your x coordinate. X coordinate will be this. Y coordinate we are already having. It is your x, 0. And it was asked to find the ratio in which it is dividing the ratio. And the ratio is your k:1. That simply means ratio is your 2:1. This point which is lying on the x-axis will divide the line segment PQ into the ratio k:1, and value of k is 2. So it is your 2:1. And if you have to find the coordinates of this point, so the coordinates of the point will be -7/3, 0. So this is how we can solve the question. Now let's see another questions. If the point C, that is -1, 2, divides internally the line segment joining the points A, that is 2, 5, and B, x, y in the ratio 3:4, then find the coordinates of B. Over here it is given to us that there is a line segment. This is the line segment A, B. The coordinates of A is 2, 5, and coordinates of B is x, y. There is a point which is internally bisecting it, not bisecting it, it is internally dividing it. This point is your C, that is your -1, 2 into the ratio 3:4. So this is your dividing into the ratio 3:4. We have to find the coordinates of your B point, that is we have to find the value of x and y. So just now we have seen the section formula by which we can find the point, the coordinates of the point which is dividing the line segment into the given ratio. Now over here we are already having the coordinates of this point. So how we will be finding the coordinate of this point B, that is your x, y. See the coordinate, x coordinate of C, that is your -1. X coordinate of C, that is -1, will be equivalent to 3 multiplied by x. The same formula will be using 3 multiplied by x plus 4 multiplied by 2, that is your 8, divided by 3 plus 4. This will be the x coordinate of this point, and y coordinate of this point is your 2. So it will be 2 is equivalent to 3 multiplied by y, 3y, 4 multiplied by 10, that is 4 multiplied by 10 will be your 20, divided by 3 plus 4. How we got these values? As just now we discussed, if there are 2 points, suppose this is A, this is B, this is x1, y1, this is x2, y2, this is a point which is internally dividing it into the ratio. Suppose it is k:1 and its coordinate is x, y. So value of x will be k multiplied by x2 plus 1 multiplied by x1 over k plus 1, and y coordinate will be k multiplied by y2 plus 1 multiplied by y1 over k plus 1. So using this formula only we have found the value, we will be finding the values of x and y. Now if we will solve it further, this will be 3 plus 4 will become 7, 7 multiplied by -1 will be -7, it is equivalent to 3x plus 8. If I'll take this 8 over here, this will become -7 minus 8, it is equivalent to 3x, and minus of 15 is 3x, or we can say value of x is -15 by 3, that is -5. And from here if we will be solving it further, 3 plus 4 will become 7, 7 multiplied by 2 will be 14, it is equivalent to 3y plus 20. If I'll take this 20 over here, this will become 14 minus 20 is equivalent to 3y, or 14 minus 20 will be minus of 6, or we can say y will be minus of 6 divided by 3, that is minus of 2. So values of x and y, the coordinate of your B, that is your x, y, will be your x is -5, y is -2. So this will be the required coordinates. Required value of x is -5 and y is your -2. Now the next question. If AB is the midpoint of the segment joining the points A and B, over here this is A and this is B. A is your 10, -6 and B is k, 4. And AB is the midpoint, means it is bisecting it. That means ratio is your 1:1. If it is bisecting, we have learned that the ratio will be 1:1. And suppose this point is your C point, and the coordinate of this is given to us as A, B. And again one more relation is given to us as A minus 2B is equivalent to 18. Then find the value of K. We have to find the value of K. Now see, whenever it is your midpoint, if this coordinate is x1, y1 and this coordinate is x2, y2 and this coordinate is suppose xy, so x is your x1 plus x2 by 2 and y is your y1 plus y2 by 2. We have learned in the previous video that if the case is of midpoint, then the coordinates of the midpoint will be your x1 plus x2 by 2, y1 plus y2 by 2. So from here, the midpoint is your C and the coordinate of C is already given to us as a comma b. That means value of a will be x1 plus x2 by 2. Over here, x1 is your 10 plus x2 is your k by 2. This is the midpoint. That's the reason the x coordinate of the midpoint, that is your a, will be equivalent to x1 plus x2 10 plus k by 2. And the y coordinate of the midpoint, that is your b, will be equivalent to minus 6 y1 plus y2. y2 is your 4 by 2. This will be the y coordinate. That is your b. B is the y coordinate, a is the x coordinate, and the value of a will be 10 plus k by 2 and value of b will be minus 6 plus 4 by 2. Over here, though, we cannot find the value of a right now because k is again a variable. Over here, we can find the value of b. Minus 6 plus 4 will be your minus 2 by 2, or we can say value of b is your minus 1. From here, we are having the value of b. Now, one more relation is given to us is a minus 2b is equivalent to 18. It is even given to us. So, if we are going to keep the value of a over here, value of b over here in this equation, we can find the value of k. So, just we are keeping value of a from here and value of b from here. A is your 10 plus k by 2. This is the value of a. Minus 2 times of value of b is minus 1. It is equivalent to 18. Now, if we will solve it further, it will be 10 plus k by 2. This minus 2 multiplied by minus 1 will become plus 2. And this plus 2, if it will go over there, it will become minus 2. So, 18 minus 2 it will be, or we can say 10 plus k by 2 is your 16. And if we will solve it further, 10 plus k will be 16 multiplied by 2. 16 multiplied by 2 is your 32. And value of k will be 32 minus 10. That is, value of k is 22. So this is how, according to the condition given to us, we can find the values of the required variables. Let's see the next questions. The length of the line segment is 10 units. The length is already given to us. It is your 10 units. And the coordinates of one end points are 6, minus 2. That means if there is a line segment, the one of the coordinates, suppose it is your a and this is your b, the coordinate of a point is given to us as 6, minus 2. And this length is given to us as your 10 units. Distance between a and b is 10 units. Now, if the abscissa of the other end is minus 2, we know that abscissa is the x coordinate of the vertex. If the vertex is your point is your b, then its x coordinate is known as your abscissa. And x coordinate is given to us as minus 2. Then find the ordinate of the other end. We know that the ordinate is its y coordinate. If there is any point, its x coordinate is known as abscissa and its y coordinate is known as ordinate. So we have to find the y coordinate. We are assuming that the y coordinate is y itself. Now, distance between these two is your 10 units. It is already given to us. We know the distance formula. So according to distance formula, your AB will be root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. Distance between these two is already given to us as 10 units. So we will be keeping AB is equivalent to 10. And over here, suppose I am taking this as x2 y2 and this as x1 y1. So this will be your 6 minus minus 2. Minus minus will become your plus of 2 square plus minus 2. This will be your minus y whole square. So if we will be squaring both the sides, it will become, the square of 10 will be your 100 and we will squaring over here. So your square root sign will be removed. It will become your 6 plus 2. 8 square will be your 64 plus minus 2 minus y whole square. That could even be written as 2 plus y whole square, because minus sign, if I will be taking common and doing the square of that, it will be positive only. So if you want to go, you can take it as minus 2 minus y also, but it could even be written as your 2 plus y whole square, because minus could be taken common over here and the square of minus will be your positive only. That's the reason it could be written as 2 plus y whole square also. Now if I will solve it further, it will be your 100 minus 64. It is equivalent to, this is your a plus b whole square. That will be a square plus b square plus 2ab. So expansion of this will be a square, that is your 4, plus b square, that is y square, plus 2ab, 2 into 2 into 4 y, that will be your 4y. So expansion of this bracket will be your 4 plus y square plus 4y. Now 100 minus 64, it will be your 10 minus 4, it is your 6, 36 it will be, it is equivalent to 4 plus y square plus 4y. If I'll take this 36 over here in the RHS part, it will become y square plus 4y plus 4 minus 36 equivalent to 0. That means y square plus 4y minus 32 equivalent to 0. Now by middle term splitting, we can solve this quadratic equation. So 4y could be written as, 4 8 is 32. So it could be written as 8y minus 4y minus 32 equivalent to 0. If we will solve 8y minus 4y, it will give us 4y only. And if we will multiply these two, it will be minus of 32y square. And the product of y square and minus 32 is your minus 32y square. So this can be written as 4y could be written as 8y minus 4y. Now from the first two terms we will be taking common, y could be taken common, remaining will be y plus 8. In the last two terms we will be taking common, minus 4 could be taken common, remaining will be your y plus 8, it is equivalent to 0. Over here we can see y plus 8 is common from both the two terms. So y plus 8 will be taken common and remaining will be your y minus 4 equivalent to 0. Now either your this bracket will be 0 or this bracket will be 0. So if y plus 8 is 0, in that case value of y will be minus 8. And if second bracket, that is y minus 4 is 0, in that case value of y will be 4. So we are having two values of y from here. It could either be your minus 8 or it could be your 4. Either of these two could be the values of your y or the ordinate of the endpoint. Now the next question is, if a point A, that is 0, 2 is equidistant from the point B and C, that means there are 2 points are there. One is your B, another is your C. This is your B, this is your C. Coordinate of B is 3, P and C is P, 5. Now A is the point which is equidistant from it. We know that the point which is equidistant from any two given points, it will lie on the perpendicular bisector of the given two line segment. The line segment over here is BC. The line perpendicular bisector of this will be, suppose this is a perpendicular bisector. So this point which is equidistant from these 2 points will lie somewhere here, anywhere on this line only. Suppose this is your point A. Its x coordinate is 0, that simply means it will lie on the y axis only. So this point is your A and it is coordinates is your 0, 2. Now we have to find the value of P. Now if it is equidistant, that simply means value of AB will be equivalent to value of AC, because distance of A from B and distance of A from C is equal. That means AB is equivalent to AC. Now see over here, we are having the coordinates of A, we are having of B and C in terms of P. So we will be getting the value of AB and AC first of all. So what the value of AB will be? AB will be, if I am taking this as your x1, y1, this is x2, y2. So it will be 3 minus 0 whole square, x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2. Y2 is your P minus y1 whole square. This is the AB length. And AC length will be, it will be root of P minus 0 whole square plus 5 minus 2 whole square. If this is equal, if we are going to square both the sides, their square root sign will be removed. So we are squaring both the sides. So this will become 3 minus 0 square will be your 3 square, that is your 9, plus P minus 2 whole square. It is equivalent to, this is P minus 0 whole square, that is simply P square, plus 5 minus 2 will be your 3 and square of 3 will be 9. Now, if we will solve it further, this 9, if I am going to take it over here, it will be minus 9. So, simply we can cancel these two 9s. So, it will be your expansion of this. It is your a minus b whole square. That is your a square plus b square minus 2ab. So, we can write this as a square plus b square is your 2 square, that is 4, minus 2 into p into 2, that is your minus of 4p is equivalent to p square. Now, over here again, if I am going to take every number over here, so p square is and p square both are going to cancel. Plus 4 minus 4p is equivalent to 0. These are going to cancel. It will be a 4 is equivalent to 4p, or we can say value of p will be 4 divided by 4, or we can say value of p is your 1. That means if this is the point A which is equidistant from these two given points, then the value of p which is coming in both the 2 points, that is B also and C also, the value of p will be your 1. This is how whatsoever the conditions are given to us, accordingly we will solve the questions. Now let's see the last question from the chapter, which is a case study. Let A, B, C and D are vertices of a parallelogram ABCD. That means a parallelogram is given. Suppose this is the parallelogram. It is your A, B, C, D is the parallelogram, which is a garden of different flowers. Madhu wants to make a garland by using flowers of orchids, roses, marigold and jasmine plants, which are placed at point A. Coordinate of A is given to us as minus 2, 1. B is A, 0. C is 4, B. And D is 1, 2. These are the coordinates of the vertices of a parallelogram, respectively. Use above information to answer the following questions. First is find the value of A. We need to find this A. Find the value of B. Find the lengths of AB and AD. And if A, B, C, D are the vertices of a parallelogram, find the sum of X and Y. So first of all, we need to find the value of A. Now, you must be knowing that in a parallelogram, the diagonals are bisecting each other. If we are going to draw the your diagonals of this parallelogram, AC will be the diagonal and BD will be the diagonal. And suppose they are intersecting at point O. So O will be the midpoint of AC also, and O will be the midpoint of your BD also. So if we are going to see the midpoint of AC, suppose it is your X, Y. This is the point which is the midpoint of the diagonal, your AC and BD. So from here, what we can conclude is that coordinates of O will be your X, Y, and it is your X coordinate will be minus 2 plus 4 by 2. We know that for the midpoint, the coordinates will be x1 plus x2 by 2. So X coordinate will be over here. It will be minus 2 plus 4 by 2. And Y coordinate will be 1 plus B by 2. 1 plus B by 2. This will be the coordinate of your O point, which is your X, Y. So it will be the midpoint. Just now we have taken from A and C. Now the same midpoint will be for the diagonal BD also. So it will even be equivalent to your midpoint of BD. And midpoint of BD will be, again, if this is your x1, y1 and this is your x2, y2, then midpoint will be x1 plus x2 by 2 and y1 plus y2 by 2. So from here we can say a plus 1 by 2 will be the x coordinate and y coordinate will be 0 plus 2 by 2. So we can equate both of them because both are denoting the same point only. So if we will solve it further, this is your minus 2 plus 4 will be your plus 2 by 2, that is your 1, and it is your 1 plus b by 2. It is equivalent to your a plus 1 by 2 and it is 0 plus 2, that is 2 by 2, that is 1. That means your a plus 1 by 2, it is equivalent to 1 x coordinate, and 1 plus b by 2, it is equivalent to your 1 y coordinate. So if we will equate both of them, so it will be your a plus 1 by 2, it is equivalent to 1 from here, because this x coordinate and this x coordinate are of the same points x coordinate. So we can equate these two. It will be your a plus 1 by 2 is equivalent to your 1. If we will solve it further, it will give us a plus 1 is equivalent to 2 multiplied by 1 will be 2, or we can say a will be 2 minus 1, or we can say value of a will be 1. Now, if we will take the y coordinate, so if we are going to equate the y coordinate, it will be your 1 plus b by 2. It is equivalent to 1. And if it is the case, just solve it further. 1 plus b is equivalent to 2 multiplied by 1 will be 2. That is b is equivalent to 2 minus 1, or we can say value of b is 1. So first two parts done. Find the value of A and find the value of B. The value of A is 1 and value of B is also 1. Now the third point is find lengths of side AB and AD. This is your AB and this is your AD. Now we are having the value of A also. We are having the value of B also. So this coordinate will be now 1, 0 because value of A is 1, and value of C, this coordinate will be your 4, 1 because value of B is also 1. Now we have to find the length of your AB. AB, the same length for distance formula we'll be using, root of x2 minus x1 square plus y2 minus y1 square. So AB, it will be minus of 2 minus 1 x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 is your 1 minus 0 whole square. This is the distance AB, x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. That will give us your minus 2 minus 1 will become minus 3, and square of minus 3 will be your 9 only, plus 1 square will be 1, that is your root of 10 units is the distance of your AB. Now we have to find the distance of AD. Again the same distance formula we will be using, A and D. So it is your x2 y2 and it is your x1 y1. So x2 minus x1 whole square, that is minus 2 minus 1 whole square plus y2 is your 1 minus 2 whole square. So this will be minus 2 minus 1 will be minus 3, and the square of minus 3 will be your 9, plus 1 minus 2 will be minus 1, and the square of minus 1 will be 1. That is your root of 10 units. This is the distance AD. This is the distance AB. This is the distance AD. Now we have done the third question also. Now the fourth question. If A is your 2, 4, B is minus 2, 3, C is 3, 6, and D is x, y are the vertices of a parallelogram, find sum of x and y. So again I am making a parallelogram. Suppose this is a parallelogram. Its coordinates are given to us as A, B, C, D. A is given to us as 2, 4. B is minus 2, 3. C is 3, 6, and D is x, y. We have to find the value of sum of x and y. So see over here, again the same property we can use, that in a parallelogram the diagonals bisect each other. Diagonals are going to bisect each other. So from here A to C, suppose again the midpoint is your O only, so we can find the coordinates of O. So what the coordinates of O will be? Coordinates of O will be from AC we are considering, because we are having both the coordinates of A also and C also. That's the reason we will take the midpoint of AC, that is your O. So midpoint of AC will be your x1 plus x2 by 2 plus y1 plus y2 by 2. That is your 2 plus 3 by 2, and it will be, y coordinate will be 4 plus 6 by 2. This is the coordinates for your point O, which is the midpoint. Now it will be 2 plus 3 will be 5 by 2, and it will be 6 plus 4, 10 by 2, that is your 5. So coordinates of this midpoint is your 5 upon 2, 5. This is the coordinate of this point. Now this is the midpoint for your BD also. Now I am writing the coordinates of this 5 upon 2, 5. Now these coordinates are the midpoints of B and D also. Now see this coordinate, x coordinate of this, that is 5 upon 2. It is equivalent to sum of your x1 plus x2 by 2. That is your minus 2 plus x by 2. It is your x coordinate, because this is the midpoint. So x coordinate of the midpoint is equivalent to x1 plus x2 by 2. Now the second condition is y coordinate. I will be taking y coordinate is 5 over here. So this 5 is equivalent to this 3 plus y by 2. Midpoint of B and D will be your 3 plus y by 2, y coordinate will be this, and it is equivalent to 5 given to us. And x coordinate of this midpoint will be your minus 2 plus x by 2, and it is equivalent to 5 by 2. Now if we will solve it further, we will be getting the values of x and y. Now I am solving this part because it is the 2 is the denominator of whole the numerator over here, so we can cancel these two. So it will be your 5 is equivalent to minus 2 plus x, or you can say 5 plus 2 is x, or value of x is 7. This is the x coordinate. Now over here if we will be solving, 5 multiplied by 2 will be your 10 is equivalent to 3 plus y. So 10 minus 3 is your y, or we can say y coordinate is your 7. So x coordinate is 7 and y coordinate is 7. We have to find the sum of x and y. So what is required? Your value of x plus y is required. X is 7 and y is 7. So value of x plus y will be 14. So this is how whatsoever is given to us in the question, accordingly we will keep on solving the question and we will come to the result. Hope it is understood that how to solve these questions. It must be clear to you all that how we can use the formulas and we can solve the questions related to the chapter. We are already having the concept chapters or the lecture chapters of all your chapters of your class 10th. So if you have not seen those videos, please watch it. And if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe it. Thank you.